Tommy picks a good spot in the park to have his lunch. Yeah, it's timing. Tommy picks a good spot in the park to have his lunch. That's the title. You expected more the first time. I am Milton, son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter and Mary. I get to make parables. This is my Tommy parable series about Tommy, the no-arm Chinese fella. How did he get to be missing both arms? Being blindly obedient. His boss, Wu, gave him a management test, a test of loyalty. See if he would stick his right arm into a wood chipper. And Tommy's always been blindly obedient. He fed that right arm in, chipped it up. Righty got chipped up. A lefty, I saw what was going on, was of course surprised and jumped off. He's crawling around with a nice hand modeling career. He takes trips to Vegas as a one-armed bandit. Tommy's not doing as well without. He's very good at gambling, especially at the one-armed bandit. Tommy's not doing as well. He did get that promotion. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. He's got a personal assistant now at work, and he needs one because he's missing both arms. He also won his girlfriend's heart. He's always been scaly. He always talks with a harsh lisp. He'd like to stick his tongue out. He still likes to stick his tongue out of life. He's Chinese. And now that he's missing both arms, he does a mean snake dance. Snaked his way in between Rhea and whoever she was dancing with at the snake pit. Been there ever since. She's living at his house. No, they're not married. And that brings me up. Rhea, yeah, they go back to the snake pit once a month as that dance contest, costume contest. This wasn't even actually there. She went to a costume party. Maybe one of her friends was having. And they went as a ventriloquist and the dummy. And she got on video. She had, Tommy put earplugs in and she squeezed his back and she said, Rhea, will you marry me? And she said yes. So she's got it on video. She's hovering it over his head. He's dragging his feet. But Tommy, as being a management, he manages a whole lot of folks, including the Karens. He reached the 5,000 Karen mark recently, where he got Karens hired. The Karens hired. It's a gene pool stuff. It's a street unseen business stuff thing, and he got Rhea hired. He got Karen hired, having just 5 Karens and was switching them in and out all day long. It's what some of the streets just do. Switched them in and out, and then he thought he messed up because she was going there for the interview. Went out to get paid the parking meter and did the old switch. And then she had to go to the bathroom. They did another switch and kept doing it all day. He had 5 of them to switch in and out, and he had the stupid one in for the interview. So he was kicking himself all night long, but it turns out the interviewer liked the stupid one, thought she was very charming. I gotta go close the Mormon window, the Spectrum window. Remember when Spectrum knocks on your door with those that desperate law-breaking fleet that's taking active part in America's hijacked lifelines? You call up each and every Spectrum place you got across America, formerly Time Warner Cable. Call them up. And you ask him, how do you reach Melton? John Melton Brady, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409. How do you reach the men to taunt him about his Gates livelihood and hijack lifeline? When else will my family's lifeline not be allowed to work because of what you're actively taking part in? See, does that thing look like it's backing up? To hear those beeps go on, at times it would seem that that's all they do there. It's their active participation in America's high-tech lifelines. Who cares? Here's how you get to the bottom of Spectrum, next door to 4260 Eagle Boulevard, being actively involved in America's high-tech lifelines. You ask him, what do you know about this? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? You can reach him by phone. You talk to him about his internet connection gotten through Spectrum. It's very slow, not as fast as it should be, as it claims to be. Ask him, how do you reach this man by phone? When else will my child's lifeline not be allowed to work because of what you, Spectrum, are actively taking part in? And that's the real stuff there. Check and post and pop, get their reaction post. And yeah, if you're coming down Eagle Rock and you pass Target on your way to the intersection of Eagle Rock and York, you're going to see Target on your left, you're going to pass El Paso on your right, then that Shell station, then the vet. Then you're going to pass a Teague Terrace, that's this apartment complex, and immediately after that is that very small parking lot that seems to have quite a few, if you've watched a few of my parables. Actively timed, yes, I call it Mormon timing, to interrupt the parable. Who cares about interrupting parables? What is their active part being in the way of America's hijacked lifelines? What is their active part? Ask him, how do you reach this man by phone? Good folks, they're not going to have a problem with you demonstrating America's hijacked lifelines. Bad ones are going to get angry. They're going to have a story to tell. Like my demon sister. Ask Spectrum when they come to, remember, just ask. You don't have to do the Geraldo thing you don't want to. Some folks like that. Yeah, all of phones make videos nowadays. Audios as well. Ask them, what is your company's active part in America's high-tech lifelines? Get Spectrum's reactions and post. YouTube, Instagram, MySpace, 100 more. And let me get back to my parable because I wanted to keep it fairly short. I got other things to do. Tommy was in charge of getting Kevin together with the Karens. One of the bloodline Karens had an appendicitis attack, and at the end of that parable, she said she didn't really want to get married, that she hates kids, and for just this such reason, going to have appendicitis on. And Tommy, he said that after Karen had left, or they left Karen, yeah, that's going to be trouble because he's supposed to get married, supposed to have kids. So as part of his big checklist, if you know my Chinese asshole, Great Wall of Evil, and yeah, Great Wall of Evil has a basis in your phone not working. It's my colorful way of describing things when I say go to daffodilia.blogspot.com, DAFFODILIA, or ChristComplex2.wixsite.com/daffodilia. Check out the 20,000 examples of my work, these 4x6 photos there. And Great Wall of Evil has just me and all of that. Try to call me up and tell me what you think of this imagery, or say you want to be in it. That's a Great Wall of Evil. It affects your life. I make the video, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. I post my videos of my call logs. The two, youtube.com/DNFD series. Check them out there. The last one was on Thanksgiving. I need to get around to making another one, trying to do them every 6 months. But some of you out there, like cops, I don't know if firemen can or soldiers can, but some of you out there can get those records. Make videos of your hijack call to me from every police station across America, every fire station across America, every military base across America and around the world. You soldiers, protect America, that's part of it. Make that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me. Gonna be born, the phone ringing, error message, busy signal, not gonna be born if your family that needs the firemen, the police, paramedics. See that phone, you're making a video up, even if it's like at the fire station or something, military base. See it as every child in America's lifeline. Make a video being hijacked. And that's kind of dangerous religious censorship that keeps you from calling me up and telling me what you believe. And it also hijacks your lifeline. It can place someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world right if we got attacked by a whole lot of angry, violent, deadly Husseins. Now it has a buffoon Trump in there. Yeah, I don't play favorites. Truth, it's my favorite. I don't like either of them. You want good leaders, you got to put the spotlight on truth. Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. Post it. You got the timestamp, you got the number dialed, it doesn't match up to our call records. You've got, I'll show you these. I think I did. You've got phone gate. Now back to my story. You know how to check and post a 5. You're going to find those big 5s telling you how to check and post in 5 at vote-truth.blogspot.com and others. This isn't the best one. The best one is vote-truth.blogspot.com above the IN, I believe. And Flight 93 check in there as well. Look for those. Print them out for your next party. Print them out for work. Put it on your desk. Tell everyone. We the people must be the warriors. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifeline. Post it. Call me up from network news anchors, local news anchors, any and all in the public eye. And of course, every Spectrum employee you got, every LDS, Mormon, Latter-day Center, they show up on the caller ID. You want to write you off their sales route? You want them to stop preying on your neighbors or your mom's neighborhood or your grandma's neighborhood? You can, if I should turn that on, at least this one. You can have everyone in your neighborhood, wallpaper the neighborhood with those 5s. Everyone in your neighborhood checking and posting in 5 when they knock on your door. Those Mormon missionaries, coast to coast and beyond. Ask them, how do you reach this man by phone? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Get their reaction post. Good folks aren't going to have a problem with you demonstrating America's hijacked lifelines too, and bad ones are going to get angry, going to have a story to tell. Get that on video. Now, Tami has that checklist where he's got to get Kevin and Karen hitched and having kids, and he's doing well. He's got them moved into the same house. Look for more parables as far as that goes to continue the process. But it seems Wu has a checklist as well. Wu is Tommy's boss. He manages him. Gave him the promotion for sticking that arm in the wood chipper. Oh, I hate that. I need to take these out, but they go bad if you have them out of the container too long. Wu's got a checklist where Tommy's supposed to be married to Rhea already. Yes, I talked about that earlier. And he's got Tommy's arch rival Bing, who is real sore about Tommy getting the promotion instead of him. He's bossing. He's in charge. Tommy is of the Northern LA Stone Cold impersonator. Yours truly, impersonators. Stone Cold's my nickname. Son of Carpenter is my parentage. He's in charge of that, and there's a lot of bad blood between them ever since they went to Chinese asshole school together. 278. He's in charge of getting. Now, who has put Bing in charge of getting Tommy and Rhea hits? And so you got to go about it in a similar fashion as Tommy does with Karen and Kevin. Then he knows that he's done some surveillance. He knows what's going on. He he knows where Tommy likes to have his lunch. He used to have it at the Cat Scotchy Tongue. Want some more? Yes, he's Oriental. Him and Bing. like the cats and the dogs, but no, not his pets. As dinner, ask him if they're honest. They'll tell you. If not, then well, you know. And don't write me letters if you don't like cat eating. They're not going to get to me. They're going to be stolen. Make a video of them if you're going to write me a letter. Certify, use FedEx, use UPS. Not one Flight 93 check, 911 Flight 93 check. The serious stuff here. I include it in my off-the-wall attention getting fixed to get you to pick up that phone. Not one Flight 93 check in 9 years of asking. No certified, no non-certified mail. About 93 checks for that Osama rumor that Obama is Osama's son. Or any of these Tommys. Not one comment by phone or mail. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me and post it. Now back to Tommy getting some lunch at the Cat's Got Your Tongue, and he always takes it lately to the park near where he works because yeah, some Chinese bullies they're the worst kind of Chinese bullies. They have been taunting him. How'd you lose those arms? You were out hunting cat and you lost those arms. And Tommy says, well, how am I supposed to lose arms hunting cat? Oh, I sorted these out. I don't know how the Saints got in with them. Yeah. I was checking to make sure they're all there. I just got these from last month. Working on this month. But they have fun with them. They're Chinese bullies are the worst kind. So he has Katie, the cat cook, there at the Cat's Got Your Tongue once more. Fix him up a nice little sack lunch, and she makes it very easy to tear into without your arms. He takes it to the park, and Bing's there, prepared. He's trying to get Tommy in the mood to marry. So Tommy looks over on one blanket to the right of him. There's a couple, and they've got both arms. Obviously, they're very much in love. And the guy's got both his arms, but the female, she's picking his nose. That's got to be love. To have your spouse pick your nose for you. And Tommy was a professional nose picker before he lost both his arms. He's Chinese. If you've ever seen them out in public, you know what I mean. But he looks over and there's one couple and the female's picking the guy's nose, and a tear rolls down Tommy's face, and he looks over to the other side, and there's another couple, obviously young and in love, and all of a sudden the woman jumps up and runs clear across the park. She spotted a cat. She gets that cat, she brings it back to the guy on the blanket there and says, "Here you go, honey." And then loud enough for Tommy to hear, "We got dinner." So yeah, Bing's doing his job of working on Tommy and getting him in the mood to marry and all that. Yeah, I don't like that idea myself. I have to agree with Tommy. Yeah, I want to get Kayla and Darlene and Molly and Leah. It's a mom thing with me, Yeah, I don't want to get married. Come see me. We'll travel. Let me show you my eyes real quick and those big fives. And yeah, I've gone on a little long. I had to take time to close the window because the Spectrum's law-breaking fleet next door. Call them, ask them about that. Do you know about the decibel laws in California? Why are you breaking them? I can hear those that fleet of yours, who we all know you can turn it off. Stone Cold has witnessed that. You're in your own parking lot. You shouldn't need to have it on. You sure shouldn't have to have it outside of 9 to 5 hours. What do you know about this? When it was my family's lifeline, aside from the decibel law breaking, What are you actively involved in? Involving America's Hijack Lifelines. You try to email me. You don't reach me. You try to. I don't get comments from sane people on many of my internet sites. Yes, from 5 years ago. Never tell that joke you got perfectly just once. Never have to tell it again. And yes, I turned the light off. Should have left it on. That also goes for the very serious stuff. What you believe in, and yeah, make those 93 check videos. Here's one from about 9 years ago, since 2009. Yeah, about 9 years, 2009 to 2000. I never had that right. Top left. And it's almost all brown. They were completely brown Louisiana. Then I started changing in 96, me doing a little genetic carpentry. The vision just improved so much. And now even on the worst days when the change is going on, the genetic carpentry, they still look so much better. My vision's so much better even with the construction going on. But the smaller white around the brown there, it's been since I've been taking my vitamins. Reminds me I got to take one. Genetic carpentry, medical research being passed by. You can't reach me right now. You have no idea when else your phone won't be allowed to work. You need to find out. How do those, like Spectrum, taking an increasingly active part in America's Hijack Lifelines, daunting me telling you about that. When else will your phone not be allowed to work? Ask Spectrum. How you reach this man? You show up on his caller ID. It's call log. Why can't I? If there's a fire in my house, Spectrum, and I need to know how to reach, and my phone's being hijacked because of political or religious censorship, how do you get your phone to work, Spectrum? Do you have to type in a code word? You have to call somebody first? Get your reactions and post, and yeah, I get my internet through Spectrum for the past, most exclusively for the past year or so, since March of last year. When you can't reach them by email, ask them what is their very personal part. Are they intercepting your internet connection to me? That's not as important as your family's lifeline, but yeah. Check and post with folks taking a very active part in America's Hijack Lifelines. Spectrum, formerly Time Warner Cable, and often one the same. I know some of you don't understand when I talk about a whole lot of Mormons in the parking lot next door. But yes, it's that gosh darn heck attitude. And often a look as well. You don't have to know about that. You just have to ask Spectrum how you show up on this man's call log. When my child's lifeline is not allowed to work. What's your part in that? Get their reactions and post.